All right. So, after millions of mistakes along the way, we're getting started with our meeting today. Essentially, this is the Sig Docs APAC friendly meeting wherein we, you know, have all the APAC contributors for Sig Docs gather and you know talk about any issues or PRs that need special attention or share updates if any. As you can see, this is a very well attended call, but this gets held on a monthly basis, and the date is not reflecting correctly on the document. That's my mistake. But other than that, yeah, it gets held on a monthly basis, and it's on the fourth Wednesday of every month. We are going to get started directly with the updates or reminders section. Now, first update is that this meeting follows the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which basically boils down to please be nice to one another, whether you're on a chat, in a meeting, speaking on a GitHub issue, wherever, because any sort of harmful or harsh language is not really encouraged. And if you notice any violation of this code of conduct anywhere, please make sure to report it to the code of conduct committee, and also mail them the private channel email is given here, and be rest assured that your anonymity will be protected. So that's the first thing. The second thing is more regarding the Kubernetes docs updates around wrangling slash approving slash reviewing. Now, for this week, I'm the PR wrangler and I'm being shadowed by Bhilasha. Um, we are going through the PRs in a chronological order, unless and until there's a specific PR that needs our attention. We are going through it in a chronological order. So, if there's a PR that specifically requires urgent attention, please ping us for this particular week. If not, we will be getting through it page by page, since we have around 130-ish PRs in our queue right now. So, yeah, please bear with us as we work through the backlog. Similarly, next week's PR Wrangler is Dipesh, who's being shadowed by, I hope I get the name right, Abdul Kadus. And the week after that, Xander will be shadowed by Mohit. So, uh, what is the shadow role? Essentially, the shadow role allows you to sort of understand reviewing and approving without actually um, not without actually with actually learning with a formal approver or reviewer, and they'll teach you the ropes of how it is to approve and review and what are the guidelines. They'll point you to resources, etc. Every approver and reviewer has their own style of sort of dispensing this knowledge. So if you're interested, there is no real minimum requirement, to be very honest with you. But I would definitely recommend that if you are interested in at some point getting involved with the docs team, this is a very good way of getting involved and potentially finding your way on the contributor ladder. Because as I am going to cover, and I've not included this in the docs yet, we are also very much interested in sort of um, helping our sub projects grow as well. So we are looking at our shadows, and we're looking at all of our contributors in helping us grow the sub projects, namely the reference docs and the blog and the website sub projects. So to understand the ecosystem better, this is a very good first step. So if you're interested in shadowing, please make sure you reach out to myself, Ray, or Natalie, so that we can actually add you in as a shadow, and that you can learn the ropes of reviewing and approving content for the docs ecosystem in the Kubernetes project. Now I'm going to stop here for a bit because that was a lot of info dump, and I'll see if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
Mahesh, any questions from your
I
side?
don't before. No, no question.
All right. Okay, so moving ahead, while I'm also correcting the dates on the docs here, similar to the PR Wrangler role, we also have an issue Wrangler role, because as you can see in the Kubernetes website repository, we have a lot of issues. They require to be triaged, they require to be labeled properly, and we need to see if they are support based requests wherein people are asking, hey, how do I do this, or if they're an actual issue with our docs with respect to content, with respect to the styling, with respect to whatever. So we have this week's issue wrangler as Ray, and he'll be triaging and labeling the issues as appropriate. And next week on, we have Sriram, who's also here on the call, and he'll be triaging the issues. So again, a very good way to understand the ecosystem. If you are in, if you know, broaden your understanding of the ecosystem rather. If you know a bit already, issue triaging is a good way to sort of like gain expertise in understanding and collaborating with other SIGs. So if this is something you would be interested in doing, I think we have not sure if we, yes, we have nominations from May onwards open. So if you have a fair understanding of the project, or even if you have a little understanding of the project and you want to solidify it, it would be a good opportunity to do that. So yeah, that's with respect to issue wrangling. And as you're already probably aware, since most of y'all are on this call, to receive any sort of calendar invites and edit access to the agenda that I am displaying on the screen right now, um, please do subscribe to the SIGDocs Google group. I will actually post the link to the agenda here so that you're able to sort of um, check it out and add your name if you want to. So yeah, uh, that's pretty much it for the updates reminders section. And yeah, Sriram, do you want to speak to the release 1.33 doc status? I see that you're adding stuff here, but do you want to sort of walk through that as well?
Yeah, thanks, Divya. Yeah, so I'm currently a shadow in the docs team for the 133 release, and yeah, I've been adding notes here. I'll complete this after I speak. So the docs placeholder PR deadline is tomorrow. That is 27th February, and we currently have, like, in the board, like, I can paste a link in the notes as well. Like, we have around 29 keps which still does not have placeholder docs PR, but this number would, like, the actual number would be even lesser because like, folks are still adding, like, folks are still opening these PRs and like reaching out back in the KEP issue. So we need to go through all the KEPs again. So the actual number might be less, but we are currently actively reaching out to all the KEP authors to make sure that the PRs are in place before the deadline tomorrow. Yeah, that is where
Um,
we are at with docs.
do you need any sort of assistance from any of us? Because I see that that's a significant So the docs placeholder PR deadline, I don't think we need anything reviewed or approved by then. So maybe not, but I just want to ask if you need any assistance from the docs team. If you do, please let us know. We're happy to help.
Meeting like in about an hour or something. So I'll talk with the docs lead as well there, and yeah, we'll like let sick docs know if we need any help.
All right. Do you have any status about the comms this thing, or should we ask them a sync to add the updates as well?
I think we can ask them to add the updates, but let me quickly check the release team meeting agenda if some notes are added there.
Okay, sure.
Uh, yeah, I can see I can see the notes for the today's meeting and the com status is clean. I'm just reading this from the release team meeting notes. Uh, the release highlights discussion and issue has been created, and it has been assigned to each member of the like each shadow, and like their status is green, and like the keps are assigned to each shadow so that they can start the outreach about the blog opt-in and all of that. And they've also linked an issue where the progress the comms sub team progress is tracked. I can copy over these notes to the sick docs meeting agenda. Yeah.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you for this update, Sriram. But yeah, thank you for also doing the hard work of copying over those updates. Look forward to them. But yeah, I think that covers the status with regards to the release 1.33, especially where in the case of the its relevance to sick dogs. Coming to the issues in the PRs, firstly, this is an issue that was requested to be discussed by Chiming, who's one of our tech leads, and it is in relation to one of the pages that was modified, or the modification was suggested by Tim. So basically, the PR changes the styling for formula. That is the basic idea. And just a second. Yeah. So, in addition to all the other small changes, there's an addition of the math formula, and we want to understand if y'all have any strong opinions on the formula bits of, like, we're changing it to be more in alignment with doxy's catex, and currently we are basically not using catex as much. So if this is something that you're passionate about, or if there is something that you have, this is something that you have a strong opinion about, because Chiming did, and he did ask whether this was a good to have change given the various concerns. So if this is something you are particularly passionate about, or if you have some very strong opinions about, please leave your comments here. This would be very helpful for us as leadership to understand if it would be worthwhile to introduce this change, and we can weigh the pros and cons and balance them against each other. So I'll take a pause here for a bit and see if you all have any comments.
Nothing from my
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Same.
All right. So that's actually the only thing that I had. Apart from the fact that I would also recommend that you all check out the Sick Dogs blog subgroup, because um, all of us here, that is rather Ray, myself, Natalie, and Tim, we meet on a monthly basis to figure out how to sustain the Blog Sub project. Given that currently there is very rather there is a scarcity of reviewers and approvers for the project, which is why again when I was saying that we are shadowing program that we have year round, that would be a good way to get involved. This is also one of the reasons, because this is kind of one of the areas where we really do need help. So if y'all can sort of like go through the thread, I will actually post it in the agenda meeting. It would be helpful. And do chime in if this is something that you would be interested in. We can have that conversation offline, and we're also trying to figure out through the new ambassador, sorry, new contributor ambassador role, Sriram, if we can sort of have these discussions in the meetings that you host every month, so that like people who are interested in helping us approve review blogs at some point can actually make their way through those meetings. So just FYI.
Yep, yep. I will mention that in the upcoming meetings. I also had like some ideas on how we can like make more use of that time there. So I'll post this as a message in Sick Docs. I had talked about this with Deepesh once, but yeah, I didn't get back to it. So the idea was that we can have something similar to the docs sprint. Now that from this year onwards, we are not going to have that in the contributor summit. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm like I was wondering if we could get some like if we could curate some good first issues and maybe have folks contribute to that while in the call, at least getting started with making some contribution like similar to what we do in the doc sprint. Yeah, but
That's a good idea. I would suggest that you float it on the Sick Dogs channel. I think it's a good idea. But it will also require a lot of overhead work on like curation bits and all of that. So
right,
I would suggest that you um, like firstly float this, but also think about that as one of the things, because sure, like we can help you curate, but like realistically, how is it going to work on a monthly basis? And also we might not have good first issues every month. Then what?
right, right.
Then what to do? So we have to think about all those logistics as well. And it's a great idea. And given the fact that we no longer have the dog sprint, it's an even better one, I would say. But you like we should also think about the reality here, because the problem is not every month is going to have a good first issue, or people are not just randomly going to come to the call expecting to contribute, because folks might not have signed the CLA or whatever. So you have to guide
Hmm.
them. So are you willing to like go through the process every single time, and or are you like planning to scale out the new contributor ambassador role? Might think in that direction as well, because currently you're the only one hosting. Do you want like help with respect to curating that issue? Would it make sense to recruit more people in this regard? Because again, just you curating the issue or you hosting the call might prove to be a bit tedious given the amount of work that's required. So might need to think in all those directions. But first step is to post it on SickDoc Slack.
Right. Yeah. Like if we are thinking about doing it in a sustained manner, like having more folks makes sense. But yeah, I agree with everything you said. So I will post this in Sync Docs. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll post my views on that as well. I'll definitely chime in there. But these are just a few things to keep in mind, because it might not be the fact that you'd be available. I mean, you are available. I'm not saying it's even about your availability, but for instance, I forgot about this because it's a holiday today. What if this falls on a Tuesday
Right. Right. Right.
and you are not? Yeah, it's a holiday here. So who hosts it? And even if it's not that, who will curate the information in the lead up? That's the thing. So you have to think about all of those, and then take on the responsibility. I'm okay with it,
Yep.
but I'd also see if there are other ways to sort of funnel more contributions.
Right. Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
All right then. Do we have any other questions or any other discussion points before we wrap up the call?
Nope. Nothing else from me.
Nothing from my side as well.
All right then. Thank you so much for joining in today. I know it's a holiday for most of y'all, so thank you so much. And I'll see you around on the SIGDocs Slack and potentially in the next SIGDocs meeting as well. Um, or maybe not because I'm not sure. Okay, no. The next SIGDocs meeting will be before KubeCon. So yes, I will see you in the next SIGDocs meeting as well. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Divya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.